Within the stark, metallic confines of his private chambers, Kylo Ren stands before a charred relic, a symbol of immense power and devastating loss, the melted helmet of Darth Vader. This isn't just a prop in a dramatic scene, it's the setting for what can only be described as a dark prayer, a profoundly vulnerable moment that cuts to the very core of his fractured psyche. He isn't merely talking to himself in a moment of self-reflection. What we witness here is far more intense, a desperate communion with the dark side idolizes, a fervent seeking of guidance, and perhaps more importantly, validation. He reaches out not to a living mentor, but to a legacy, a spectral presence he hopes will solidify his own identity. Kylo Ren, born Ben Solo, carries a heavy burden, the immense power of the Force, coupled with the legacy of two legendary bloodlines, and a deep-seated confusion about where he truly belongs. He feels the constant, insidious pull to the light, a warmth he perceives as weakness, a call he actively fights against with every fiber of his being. This pull, this innate goodness inherited from his Skywalker lineage, terrifies him. It threatens to unravel the identity he so painstakingly constructed as the heir to Vader's destructive path. And so he kneels, a posture traditionally associated with supplication and devotion. But his devotion is to the abyss, his supplication a plea for strength to resist the light. He articulates his struggle with a raw honesty, acknowledging the familiar call to compassion, the urge to return to the path of heroism. His voice, usually laden with menace, reveals a fragile uncertainty. He confesses, "I feel it again, the call to the light." This admission is not a sign of wavering, but rather a desperate attempt to fortify himself against it, to push it away by invoking a greater, darker power. His most poignant line, "Show me again the power of the darkness," is not a casual request. It is a profound, almost ritualistic plea for a sign, an affirmation that he is on the correct, chosen path. He's asking for a manifestation, a feeling, anything that will reassure him that his commitment to the dark side is not only justified, but also potent and real. He needs tangible proof, a whisper from the past, to anchor him in the terrifying reality he has embraced. The very act of seeking this kind of reassurance from a helmet, from a mere object, underscores his profound isolation. He has alienated his family, betrayed his mentors, and surrounded himself with figures like Snoke who offer manipulation rather than genuine connection. In this void, Vader's helmet becomes his confessional, his oracle, his dark father figure. It's a testament to his deep-seated psychological need for a guide, a figure powerful enough to channel and validate his immense rage and confusion. He looks to Vader not just as a predecessor, but as a blueprint for how to harness his inner turmoil into destructive power. This moment perfectly establishes the internal conflict that will define much of his journey. It shows us that Kylo Ren is not merely a misguided villain or a petulant heir. He is a deeply conflicted young man, wrestling with immense forces, both external and internal. He fears the pull to the light, not because it is weak, but because it feels intrinsically right, and that frightens him. He hopes that the formidable, unwavering legacy of Vader will be strong enough to tether him, to anchor him firmly in the dark side, preventing him from drifting back towards the light and the potential for redemption. The scene isn't just about his villainy, it's about his vulnerability. It reveals the cracks in his carefully constructed persona, exposing the insecure adolescent beneath the menacing mask. He craves the certainty that Vader embodied, the singular focus on power and dominance. He wants to believe that by embracing Vader's legacy, he can eradicate the last vestiges of Ben Solo within himself, silencing the persistent whisper of the light. This dark prayer is his way of trying to forge himself anew in the image of his grandfather, believing that true strength lies in absolute darkness. Ultimately, this scene serves as a brilliant character study, laying bare the psychological foundations of Kylo Ren. It highlights his desperate search for belonging, his profound fear of his own inherent goodness, and his tragic choice to seek guidance from a symbol of destruction rather than from love and light. It's a powerful reminder that even the darkest characters are often driven by deeply human, albeit distorted, needs. What do you think about Kylo Ren's internal struggle in this scene? Did you see it as a desperate plea for guidance or something else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this discussion, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more explorations into the fascinating characters of Star Wars. Your engagement helps us continue these thoughtful journeys together.